right. PS3 Big Dynasty Highlights Episode 3, Season 2. Let's get it in. First up is Florida State, and we're playing Miami here. It was a close game towards the beginning. It was 7-3 at the half, but we were able to get things going in the second half. You see Rashard Green with a nice pass there, and our defense actually stepped up in the fourth as we was able to thwart Miami 21-3. Nice catch there by Mike O'Leary, the tight end, or Nick O'Leary, I'm sorry. Sorry to mess your name up. Gets Pitt here. We often run it. Here's Devontae Freeman. He's been a good back for us in the Heisman race, trying to establish himself. And we put a smackdown on Pitt here, 48-17. Nice play here by Rashard Green as he breaks those tackles, and he's in for 6. Next up is a really tough game. It was at the beginning of the year against Georgia. As you see, we have Williams here, our strong safety impact player. Nice interception there. We actually led this game at the beginning of the half, and then the second half, Georgia makes a nice comeback. As you see, they're making a couple plays there, but here's the pick, and we were able to capitalize on a couple of turnovers to hold on to this game. It was a very tough match, and we were able to get it in 34-27 against UGA. And there is the main man right there. Against Teddy Bridgewater in Louisville, we thought this was going to be a really tough matchup, and it looked like it may be from the beginning. As you see him running here, scrambling off of the zone read. Trying to get some nice passes here. A nice touchdown throw by Teddy Bridgewater for a touchdown. But we were just a little bit too much for him on defense. As you see, we get a pick 6 right here. Williams, the strong safety, making things happen as he has done for us this season. And a nice sack there by Barry as we win 56-17. A huge blowout over Louisville, who was highly ranked at the time. Next up, we got LSU. LSU back in the building, wearing their purple. I didn't think they had that color to wear, but they're wearing it, and they're just getting it in against ODU. Hey, that's the college my son wants to go to. Well, they're not doing well here as they get pretty much demolished in this game, 49-21. And LSU is off. Look how big that tight end is. Goodness gracious, that dude is just huge. Here's LSU against Mississippi State. Defense putting in work. Nice sack right there as they're just shutting Mississippi State down. But it's actually ended up being closer than the experts think. As you see some new replacements there at wide receiver, but LSU had to come close to losing this game, but they put it off 33-20. Nice win by LSU. Here we are, LSU against Tennessee. Play action fake in business. Cornerback is lost. And there we go, Odell Beckham. Remember the name. Touchdown, LSU. And they're in business as they're putting a handle on Tennessee. But it definitely was a close game. Pretty high scoring. A whole lot of offense. Not a lot of defense. As LSU was just throwing the ball. Mettenberger doing his thing as a senior quarterback. And they were able to pull off the win of 45-27. Now we move on to Miami, who actually has a good bit of highlights this week, which is pretty cool. Here they are against Virginia. You got the speed demon right there getting it in, scoring a touchdown. Defense is playing very well here in the rain. Definitely getting it in on Virginia. Virginia having a hard time against them in the Duke. There's the Duke, and he has speed, and he is gone. Part of that Gone network, taking that loaf of bread right to the house as the U pulls off a nice victory here against Virginia. It was tough sledding for these guys, but a lot of points here. 45-20, Miami. Here's Miami against Wake Forest, trying to get things done. I'm trying to do something here to get themselves up and running in the ACC. Trying to get things done, but it was definitely a close matchup against Wake as they barely put off the win 28-21. more zone read for you. Now moving on to Oklahoma State and the user matchups. A lot of user matchups in this highlight video here. And this is Oklahoma State against Iowa State. I'm sorry, Iowa State. And they're trying to get things done. Big plays here. Got the offense moving. A little young, but they're definitely got a lot of high expectations as they're ranked number 4 right now. And they're putting in got the air raid going here. Definitely a lot of strengths, a lot of things there as they put Iowa State away 51-36. Next we have them against Oregon. This is a user matchup, probably the game of the week, as Oklahoma State's facing off against a Pac-12 power. Mariota trying to get the pass off, and it's picked, as they had problems all game with Oklahoma State's defense. Apparently they've tried to rectify some of that, as you see a nice run here up the middle for a touchdown, played on a neutral field, as they got it in. Oklahoma State looking like maybe a possible title contender with the win, 45-29 over Oregon. Here's Oklahoma State against Ohio State. Another user clash, as we see the fumble here. And it just looks like Ohio State just had a little bit more physicality going on in this game, as we're going to see here in a bit. Nice touchdown catch there. And just watch this play right here. Just look how physical this team is. Wow. Look at that. Jesus Christ. That dude is huge. But it's still a lot of speed. Speed versus physicality. Sometimes physical team usually wins. And it was tough sledding for Oklahoma State as they get destroyed 37-14. Look how big the linebackers are. And here we go with another user matchup. 3 users. Or 2, I guess 3 users for Oklahoma State at the beginning of the season. They got Clemson here, as Clemson is off to the races on the kickoff return here. This was a really close matchup. A lot of offense, no huddle back and forth, up and down the field. Oklahoma State against Clemson. And it was definitely a touch matchup. Came down to the very last few plays, but Oklahoma State, once again, with promise, 35-31 over Clemson. Now we move over to Ohio State. These guys are looking like bullies right now. This is a nice interception here against Northwestern. Northwestern looked like they was going to hang in there for a little bit. But there we go, Braxton Miller calling his number again. I think he has the S on the chest. But they're just too much for Northwestern. 42-25 is the final score on that one. Man, just beastly. Now here's Braxton Miller hooking up against Wisconsin. A nice deep throw. Nice passing going on. Braxton Miller leading the Heisman race, showing his skills right here against Wisconsin again. As this was a low-scoring affair, 28-17. But just look out, that linebacker is about the size of an offensive lineman. Back and forth win against Virginia Tech. They're able to pull it off 52-42. As you see, nobody covered this guy. I mean, you got to cover the deepest man. Jeez, Virginia Tech. All right, here's Ohio State. Right here, they're playing Kent State, which this one is pretty much an easy win for him. Braxton Miller getting his Heisman pose on here into the end zone. Another nice pass there by Braxton Miller. And they just were a little bit too much for Kent State as they destroyed them 56-27. Nice pick 6 right there. Ohio State's number 1 in the nation right now. Here's Ohio State against Oklahoma State, and we saw a little bit of highlights from this earlier, but you got to see it twice. Look how big these linebackers are. They're just physical, forcing fumbles, getting sacks. I mean, they're just a huge team. And that's this linebacker. He just picks the ball off. It looks like he's like 6'9". Dude is just huge. And look at this running back. They just got they just got bigger. It seems like Ohio State's got bigger this season. Very physical, very tough. And it's going to be hard for a lot of teams to match up with that physical ability, those physical abilities of Ohio State here. Next, we have to talk about Florida. So here they are again. This is another user game against Cal, as Cal was trying to do some things through the air, running that air raid offense, but Florida was definitely ready for it. As you see, interception here. They made it definitely hard for, wow, he just slung that dude to the ground. They made it definitely hard for Cal here, and this was kind of a laugher, 54-10. Nice win by Florida. All right, then we got Florida against Eastern Michigan, and they're trying to drag this guy down. From running the kickoff back, I believe he gets into the end zone there. Looks like he's running another kickoff back here as they destroy Eastern Michigan 63-23. Florida's been on the road this season. A lot of big games, a lot of big wins. And here's a matchup against LSU, becoming some sort of a little rivalry in the SEC. Usually game. Very close game, only 2-point win by Florida, 23-21, as they're setting themselves up to be in title contention. Florida against Ole Miss, there you go with a pick six. They're getting it in against Ole Miss. Ole Miss doesn't have enough horses to run with Florida in this one, as they're able to pull the victory off 63-38. Wow, look at that pop there. Now we're with Cal, who's a little light on the highlights again this week. Against Arizona State, Arizona. Nice pick in the end zone there, as they're doing it really big here. And they beat Arizona 62-40. Fumble there on the play. It's Cal against USC. They win 56-31. Nice win to close things out for their highlights. Now Clemson, we're moving over to them, and nice upset by Clemson as they were able to hang with Florida State. Some nice plays by the defense here. As you see, they get a pick. Just a lot of good close passes here. Nice one into the end zone to try to set things up to get them into a nice position to win this game. Sammy Watkins trying to make things happen for the team, and they were able to pull off the upset, 35-31 over Florida State. And here's Clemson in a short clip against Maryland. They destroyed them 56-37. And I think that's going to be it, guys, for me. And that's it for the highlights. I'll get at y'all guys later. Peace.